Yo, what's up, family? This is Sensei from Ride Fit Nation. Welcome to the channel where we talk about miles, money, and muscle. So listen, we are in rally season, okay? It's coming up. Daytona kicked it off. Daytona always kicks it off every March, and of course they have the Oktoberfest as well. But a lot of us is getting ready for these rides. Some of you are gonna be trailing your bikes like I'm trailing Anubis down to Daytona. Me and Bro Man, we're gonna trail both bikes, this one and that one. And I just wanna talk to you guys really fast about some safety things to check out on your motorcycle. The first thing is to check your front tire, right? Make sure you have the right amount of PSIs in it. For example, since I got the bike built up, I've been having some turbulence issues, the up and down bounce. Up and down bounce normally means imbalances in the tire. So we use balancing beads, which so far has not really been solving the problem. So maybe we need more balancing beads, but it's to know those things, right? Up and down bounces normally means balancing. When you got a wibble wobble side to side, that normally means the neck or the road or the hubs, or maybe your bearings are done. So there's a lot of different things to know on your bike, right? Now, also make sure that your axle's torqued down properly. 65 foot-pounds for certain bikes, 72, 75 for some bikes. You gotta know your bike. So that's the front end. Next thing in the front end, check your lights. Make sure your high beams are working. Your main headlight is working. If you have passing lights, make sure those are working. If you have your indicators in the front, make sure those are working. All those things in the front end. Is your rotors intact, right? Is your brakes intact? Check that. If your brakes look like they are Kojak, ball the hell down, then it's time for you to change your brakes. And the brakes are not difficult. You can wrench your own bike, guys. You don't have to bring your bike to the dealership to get robbed all the time. There are times to go to the dealership, but changing your brakes is not that difficult. It's kind of like changing the light bulbs in your house. Some people pay electricians to come to change a light bulb in their house. All you got to do is go on Google or YouTube University, take your time, get your tools. You see, I got the tools all here, and learn that stuff. So that's all the front end up there. The next thing is to check, believe it or not, check your fender. Is your fenders on properly? Is it tight enough? Is it torqued down properly? Check that. Your handlebars. Does your handlebars have any give? Is it loose? Maybe you need to get some polyurethane bushings in there. That's going to require some more work. But once again, not as difficult as you might think. The bushings is what connects these together. Does your handlebar rock forward? Is it torqued down properly, or do you have any kind of movements? Check that. Okay. What else we got? Your clutch lever. This got a soft clutch, so I could literally pull this in. Look at this. I could take this and pull this in easy. I could probably even use my pinky. Almost, I cheated. But this is a soft clutch. I don't know what kind of clutch the guy had on here, what he put on this, but it's amazing. I absolutely love that soft clutch. Excellent in traffic. What's the other thing that we need to check up here? That's pretty much up there. We're good there. Down here, guys, this should have a little bit of wobble. But if it wobbles too much, then you need to tighten that up. It's a simple nut. It's simple. Just get an Allen key, your ratchet set, take your butt to Harbor Freight, buy your tools, get to know your bike. I promise you, you get to know your bike. It's kind of like having your girl, right? And all you do is just bang her out. You don't get to know anything she likes. You don't get to know her favorite colors. You don't get to know her favorite foods. You don't know anything about her, right? But then another guy comes in and he knows everything about her. Who the hell you think she's gonna go to? Come on, your bike is the same damn thing. All you do is ride on your bike. See? But you don't know nothing about it. The next guy come and take your bike, and now your bike looks way better, and now you're jealous. So tighten those things up. Your shift linkage, make sure you do not buy those little cheap $35 shift linkages on eBay or Amazon. I don't know why you guys do that. Why do you guys have these expensive bikes, but then go ahead and buy cheap parts? Let that make sense for me. You can shop, you can be frugal, but you don't need to shop and buy the cheapest things in the market. You could buy expensive things inexpensively. You can go on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Craigslist. You can go on eBay and find really good stuff for cheap, but they're not cheap. You understand what I'm saying? Another thing to check, believe it or not, make sure your kickstand is not hyperflexing. All right? It's simple. These are simple little things, guys. In here, in this primary cover, you know that this is where your transmission, all these things work. The clutch is right here. You got to make sure the oil, everything in here is legit. It's a simple process. You got to remove the derby cover. They have a special tool this clamp that you can pour the right amount of oil inside of this. Make sure you have the right amount of oil. Make sure you have no leaks. All those gaskets are up to par, and then you're good to go after that, okay? These are your spark plug wires, okay? The spark plugs go right here. 1, 2, 2-cylinder, okay? 2 spark plugs. An 8-cylinder vehicle has eight spark plugs. A 6-cylinder vehicle has 6 spark plugs. So you got 2 spark plugs here. If you need to change the spark plugs, that's not complicated either. Maybe you need to change the wires. Check all of those little things. Now, when I come back here, same thing. On a lot of tires, they will normally have the PSI ratings. I'm not able to see it on this one right now. But, for example, my front tire is 42 PSIs. You want to check that. If you get 44, you're fine. But they recommend at least 42 PSIs. I have 23-inch rims, spoke rims in the front. So that is something I'm going to make sure that I'm staying on top of, right? And in the rear, it's not a whole lot of things in the rear to go too crazy about. But in the rear, you also want to check your exhaust. Does anything feel too loose on your exhaust? Does it feel like it needs to be torqued down? Does it feel tight enough? Your chain, your belt, check the belt. You see what I'm saying? Run your hands through the tires, rotate your tires. Do you feel any bumps? Do you feel any bubbles? Does anything feel balled out? These are the things, guys, that I want you to check out. Is there anything else that I'm missing that I normally like to look at and torque down? On the other side, there's not much on that side. It's just the rear brake. Those things normally don't go loose. You're pretty fine there. My thing is this. Everybody has a different checklist on the things that they like to check on their motorcycles. Me, I like to make sure that all these little things is checked. And you need to check this regularly. Don't just jump on your bike assuming that it's all good. It's not. It is your job to make sure that you are staying as safe as possible. And another thing is, guys, when you go down to these rallies, I know some of you are going to drink. I get it. But don't drink to get drunk. Don't become inebriated. Don't do that, because now you're putting your life on the line. You're putting my life on the line, because now you are a drunk rider and you might crash into me or one of my brothers or somebody else. So now you're killing somebody, including yourself, for no reason. So be careful on those things as well. I know that this video is about the safety of the bikes and all that stuff. I get it. One of the things I love about this bike, the light system, I don't know if you'll be able to see it when I turn this on, but I'm gonna hit the power on here, and I'm gonna hit my my little switch. Let me get back here real quick. So I'm gonna let the light catch up to the color I use, which is blue. So basically, when I'm riding and I hit the brakes, see it? So I got extra lights, extra illumination. Every time I hit that brake, see what happens? It turns to red. And yes, I know I have my front brake off, and I just compressed my freaking brakes, and I got to use a screwdriver to open it back up when it's time to put the tire back on, but that's okay. So that's pretty much it for me. Whatever test you guys do on your bike, leave it in the comment section, because, you know, this channel is not, I don't want to be like everybody else. You know, everybody else is already taken. I like to be me. And with this channel, I feel like education is important. Education to me is the key to success. And when you are educating and being educated, then it's a good balance, right? So leave it in the comments and let me know some of the things that you like to check on your bike that makes complete sense for you and your riding, all right? If you got the touring bikes, then that goes even deeper, because on the touring bikes, you got to make sure your saddlebags are proper. Me and a couple of brothers went down to Miami, and one of my bros' bag fell the hell off. You see, it's those little things that we don't take the time to think about. And then when it's too late, it's like, damn it. You know what I mean? I should have done that. So get your butts to learn about wrenching your bike. Start off with the little simple things. Be aware, be the superhero in your own life, and start taking advantage of the things that you know and the things that you don't know. All right? This is Sensei. Let's get these miles. Let's get this money. Let's get this muscle. I will see you guys in Daytona. We're doing a meet and greet. I might put a little clip of the picture in the front that my man Trey put together. You're going to see my man Trey. We got a riding and wrenching. We got traveling tall. We got Kelly B. We got, I think GQ is there or going down there. We got a lot of people that's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So come on out, come and shake hands, do some push-ups with me, and let's get after it. I'm out. Peace.